Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about the DNS weakening detection using Splunk. But first of all, let's understand what is DNS weakening. Okay, this is actually a common method used by a malware. Okay, this is a common method used by a malware to communicate with its command and control. Okay, this is usually getting downloaded on a user machine and then it create a connection to the command and control center. For an example, in a company, employees there, which is who actually unknowingly downloaded a Trojanized library from a GitHub, okay, and that malware get installed on his machine. Now this infected machine, okay, it quietly install on this, which create an outbound connection to its command and control center. This is usually a DNS requests are there, which didn't detect via firewall. So DNS is allowed mostly by the firewall to make an outbound connection. That's why it is hardly detected by a firewall. In this video, we are going to investigate this kind of suspicious behavior. So how a SOC analyst come to know whether this kind of activity is happening or not? Imagine you are a SOC analyst and you are working as usual, but suddenly your SIEM picks up some alert where a host is making some repeated DNS request to a strange or any random domain. This is not your typical browsing that the users are internal users are making in a daily basis. So it's time to investigate if any malicious connections are going out of the network or it is trying to communicate with the hacker command and control center. So let's jump onto this Splunk. Okay, once you log in into the Splunk, what we need is we need a logs file. What we need is we need a DNS logs. This log we can even have it via direct monitoring or even from a source like firewall, even from a IPS or IDS like Suricata. I have the DNS log, so I'm going to add this logs. So let's go to the add data, and those logs actually I have it from the Suricata. So let's have that file. Okay, let's import this file. Go to next. I'm going to save this as a Suricata DNS. Okay, this is I'm going to make it as a source type. Next, then we're going to make it as a Suricata DNS, which is the index. I'm going to submit. Let's start analyzing the logs. Okay, there are around 100 events are there in which you can find out the top domain. Okay, when you click on this dns.rr name, so this is showing you all the domains which are actually try to be connected from a internal network. So we can see like Microsoft, Cloudflare, Google, Dropbox. But what we are seeing unusual, the unusual is this one, command control malware.com, and it's around 76 count. So 76% time it's being used. I mean, this is being queried or make the connection with. Okay. So from this log, at least we understood the what kind of suspicious domain is that. Okay. In this one, we have only five values, but let's say we have a lot of values like 100 plus domains are being queried. So sometimes it is very difficult to find out. This kind of malware is actually being queried on a regular interval, like every 30 second, every 1 minute. So their counts are very much high than the other domains. So even we can run some queries by which we can detect or we can get that domain from a SPL query. Okay, let's add the query stats count by source IP. Why we need a source IP? Because we need to identify which machine is actually trying to connect with the command and control center. So we need that source machine IP address, and then comma DNS dot RR name, which means the actual DNS or domain name. Okay. Once we hit, we can see the all statistics like all the domains which we got it. Okay, so around 16 we got it. 76 counts is for this particular malicious domain. Okay, if you have a multiple entries are there, even we can filter out by the count as well, where count is greater than something 50. Okay, so we got only one now because all other have not much more entries were there, because this kind of connections are making on a regular interval. So this is having so many counts, so we are actually find out with the more number of count. Okay, one domain, which only one domain which is trying to make more than 50%, so this is the malicious domain we found it. So yeah, what is the take from this video? We are able to identify any DNS beaconing. Okay, any machine, internal machine is trying to connect with the command control center of a hacker machine. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next.